Sometimes growth feels lonely, not because people stop loving us, not because we've suddenly become better than others, but because as we heal, build, grow, or begin maintaining wellness differently, something within us starts changing. Our rhythms change, our priorities change, our tolerance changes, and over time, the environments, conversations, habits, or energies we once moved through comfortably may no longer feel nourishing to the body, mind, or spirit. I think many people quietly experience this during seasons of healing, achievement, or inner transformation. The path begins to narrow, not always externally, but internally. Sometimes building something meaningful requires solitude. Sometimes maintaining wellness requires boundaries. Sometimes healing requires stepping away from noise, chaos, comparison, overextension, or environments that constantly dysregulate the nervous system. And although these choices may support our well being, they can also create moments of loneliness. Not everyone will understand why your pace changed, why you rest more, why you protect your peace, why you no longer participate in certain conversations, why your priorities shifted, why you became quieter. Sometimes people only recognize visible achievement, but they do not always see the emotional, physical, psychological, financial, or spiritual weight that was carried quietly along the way. And sometimes the deeper loneliness is this: feeling internally changed while the world around you still expects the older version of you. But perhaps part of the growth is learning to remain grounded without bitterness, to care for yourself without superiority, to choose wellness without resentment, to move differently without needing to prove anything. Because the true healing and wellness do not separate us from our humanity. It deepens our compassion. It reminds us that everyone is walking through something. Everyone is carrying something. Everyone is learning in their own timing. And perhaps the goal is not to become unreachable. Perhaps the goal is simply to remain connected to ourselves while moving honestly through seasons that others may not fully understand. If you have been feeling lonely during a season of growth, healing, building, or quiet achievement, perhaps you are not failing. Perhaps you are simply changing. And perhaps part of the journey is learning how to honor that change gently. Sometimes the quietest seasons of growth are the ones carrying the deepest internal change. If this resonates with you, you can find more reflections at silentmedicine.com/reflections and podcast conversations at silentmedicine.com/podcast.